just having a real sensitive artist moment. It's been an emotional roller coaster.
We're riding the edge, but we're gonna make it.
Yep.
We're riding the edge. All right, this is gonna work.
I am getting ready for Big Deck Energy, which is a new event that we have rolling through Lamar's in Sioux City. It's going to be a big skate deck art show. We've got over 50 blank skate decks out in the world right now. So the deadline's in a couple days. So tonight I'm going to start sketching mine out onto the board. So you can see I've gessoed it. Secret ingredient in every painting. We've got gesso and we've got hummus. It's a great source of protein. So yeah, I'm gonna get this thing sketched out so I can start painting tomorrow. Stay hydrated. The emotional roller coaster is a great way to describe any kind of creative project. Over the years, I've learned to accept that sometimes crying is just part of the process. Whether you're drawing, painting, filming, writing music, or writing a novel, each project requires a different amount of time, energy, and emotion. Some projects are super steady and chill, like a nice cruise around the park in the tram. Some projects are super tall, some rides are super fast and tall. A whirlwind of excitement, adrenaline, and fear that keeps you coming back for more. Each ride has its own unique thrill, charm, and level of scariness. The emotions begin to emerge as you step foot in line for the ride, when you accept a new project or decide on something you want to create. Some lines are a lot longer than others, and some rides don't have a line at all. The biggest, most thrilling rides tend to have the longest lines. These big projects take a lot of pondering and preparation. It also feels like there's more risk involved. More time spent waiting in line, more time spent researching, learning, and problem solving. But the payoff is incredible if you can just get yourself to the front of that line and get on board. As you inch closer, the brainstorming occurs. Excitement builds as you envision yourself riding the roller coaster. You might be nervous, too. This is normal. But you know you love roller coasters. Emotions are high as you finally step onto the roller coaster, into the project. The ride officially starts when you first put brush to canvas, snap that first photo, or strum that first chord. Now you're in for an emotional roller coaster ride. You might laugh, cry, scream, and question your sanity. You might have the funnest time of your life, or you might never want to do this again. But either way, you're feeling it. You're creating. You're living. It's 4 a.m. and I really wanted to finish this painting tonight, but I didn't, so hopefully I can get it done tomorrow in time. Try not to be too hard on myself, trying not to beat myself up. Maybe I tried to rush this project and if I would have just waited, maybe I could have fully executed the vision. Even if I do get it done on time tomorrow, it's not going to be exactly what I had imagined. That's all right. Okay, I'm back. Definitely cried a lot about this painting last night. I had a lot of ideas for details that I wanted to add that I kind of cut out of the plan because I was trying to cram and get it done. But I was up here in the studio until 4 a.m. and I got to the point where it just wasn't working anymore. I made a few mistakes that kind of got to me, and it's all right. I think I can fix them. I'm just having a real sensitive artist moment, which makes sense. I probably should have seen this coming because each piece takes a lot out of me, and the fact that I tried to do this all in like a few days at the very last minute with a design that I really like and really cared about, it's all just a big mixed bag of emotions. There are a few little things that I would consider mistakes, but I'm just gonna roll with it and not try and be perfect because I think it's still a really good painting. So here we go. Time flies whether you're having fun or not, and the roller coaster runs its course. Sometimes it's smooth and sometimes it's bumpy. Sometimes things get derailed, but generally, you'll make it through just fine. You've been engulfed in the emotional roller coaster ride for a period of time, so when the ride stops, it feels sudden and abrupt. The project you've been pouring your heart and soul into is done. Now you're back to normal. You might even feel a bit empty. Accomplished and relieved, yet empty. You're already thinking about the next 5 rides you want to ride and the next time you're going to visit the amusement park. All right, y'all. I just finished this painting. And I tell you what, it's been an emotional roller coaster. All of my art projects are to some degree. Sometimes I forget how much of myself and my energy goes into these things. It's no wonder that this emotional roller coaster for this particular project was so intense, because what I did was try to do the entire painting in like less than a week with a real deadline, which was actually, should have been 2 days ago. I should have dropped this painting off yesterday. It's all right though. There's a lot of details that I really wanted to add. A lot of shading and highlighting, and you know, some of the lines are a bit thicker than I wanted or not exactly as I imagined them to be. But I'm actually really happy with the way this turned out. I'm really happy with the colors. I'm really proud of myself for pushing through a huge wall, because this morning when I woke up, I really was just gonna give up and take a mental health day and not be a part of the show and just wallow in bed. But thankfully, I decided to get up and come back to the studio and do what I could. So I'm really proud of myself. I'm really proud of the painting. And I hope the show goes well on Saturday. It's in 2 days. So yeah, I think this thing will dry pretty quickly, and then I'm gonna try and get one of the dudes at the skateboard shop to help me put some grip tape on it, because I've never done that. I don't know how. What up? We're out here at the Spot Skate Shop in downtown Sioux City. I got Dave Hall here. He's gonna help me put grip tape on the board.
Man. We're going to grip it. So we'll like lift up a little bit, right? We'll start at the nose. We'll make sure everything's gonna get covered here. And we're gonna start like that. And we're gonna go like this. We're using Jessup. We don't want bubbles. That's what we don't want. We're riding the edge, but we're gonna make it.
Yep.
We're riding the edge. All right, this is gonna work.
Maybe you enjoy the feeling of tension and then the relief at the end. Maybe you enjoy the adrenaline rush and the idea of overcoming scary experiences. Either way, you can't get enough of it, and you're not going to feel quite like yourself again until you queue up for the next ride or begin pondering your next project. All right, we're on our way to Lamar's, to Wise Eye Brewing, to drop off our skateboards. I'm here with Kitty Hart and Clyde. We out here. We got a wet board in the back. That's Kitty's board. It's still wet.
Last minute. That's fucked.
This is my board. We meant to have these boards done like 3 days ago. I think we were supposed to drop them off yesterday, and then we were trying to get them done by like 3 p.m. and then we told them we'd be there like 5 p.m. and it's currently 6:30 and we're about 15 minutes away. So,
Artists.
Time.
What is?
Oh! Anyway, at least we got the paintings done. We made it to Lamar's. So something I'm thinking about doing, since I wasn't able to get everything that I wanted into the painting, I still have more ideas, but I really love this concept. So I'm thinking what I might do is recreate this sometime in the next few months digitally and get them printed out on skateboards so you can buy one and skate with it, and so my full entire vision will be available to the world. Just goes to show, trying to be perfect is not always the answer. Trying to rush and push yourself is not always the answer. However, Don't beat yourself up. Pick yourself up when you fall down, because it's bound to happen. And there could always be a plan B or a better option, or you could always try again, you know. Just because the one idea you had didn't turn out exactly as you'd imagined doesn't mean you can't try again and create it. Or maybe, you know, it will even be something better than you could have imagined. It's all part of the process. And, you know, we're artists, we're sensitive. But that, I think, also can give us power. Trying to be perfect was not the answer, but being consistent and following through with my own goals and my own promises to myself does make me feel good in the end. And also, I will admit, I had like a full-on mental breakdown at like 4 and 5 this morning before I went to bed, and sometimes it happens. It's okay. I'm emotional. I'm going through a lot this year. And I'm trying to squeeze in these art projects at the last minute. So it was my choice to do it at the last minute. And it was my choice to stay at the studio until 4 a.m. And, you know, I think maybe I benefited from having a good cry. And also super grateful for all of my friends who talked me through it this morning when I felt like giving up. You know, they're nice. They told me it's okay to have a mental day. It's okay to have a mental health day and take a day off. And it's okay to not get everything done. But also, it's okay to keep trying even if it's not turning out exactly as you'd planned. So thank you to everybody who helped me push through on this skateboard. All right, and one more thing. I feel like a lesson that I'm learning this year, or maybe it's not exactly a lesson, maybe it's just a realization. It's a realization that actually helped me get through this whole mental breakdown I had about this project, is that the art always gets done exactly when it's supposed to. Sometimes that means that a painting sits half done for 2 years, and then all of a sudden you get the inspiration to finish it. Sometimes it means you stay up until 4 a.m., don't finish the painting, cry about it all night, get a couple hours of sleep, come back, and get it done. That's still exactly when it's supposed to. So don't beat yourself up. You can still finish the project. There is time, there's space. You don't have to accomplish it all this year. So hopefully that can help somebody else, because that's how I calmed myself down this morning. Just remembering the art always gets done exactly when it's supposed to, and I've got plenty of time to do everything that I want to do.